science daddy? Yeah. Are you serious? There's doo-doo in the water, baby. What is doo-doo?
It also could be gas, but I don't know.
Yeah, you did have an omelet. I'm a high anxiety witch, dude. I am so scared that I'll f*** it up. Too fast?
Yours are terrible.
No.
All right, you ready?
Welcome to the Coop. Welcome
That was a lot of oomph behind that one.
to the Coop.
Yeah, number 11. We passed that. We're into double digits now. How are we feeling?
Feeling great.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11 weeks.
11 weeks straight. Did we film 2 or 3 the first one?
We
Or
filmed
no?
well, we filmed 2 the first week.
Now we're flying by the seat of our pants and just doing one at a time.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Who doesn't fly by the seat of their pants? Also, I'd like to know where that came from. Because the seat of your pants is the butt.
Seam of your pants?
I think it's seat. Flying by the seat of your pants, yeah.
Is it seat or seam?
Seat.
Who fucking
I don't
knows?
know.
Who fucking knows?
How's your week been?
Nope.
How is your lower back feeling today? Scale of 1 to 10 in a pain scale.
Why is that where your head goes?
Not sure.
Is it because your back is f***ed up?
My back's always up.
Is that because your back is f***ed up? Where's my phone?
Probably.
My back is fine. I am an exercise king now.
Yeah, that's good.
Buff.
Yeah, sure are.
Not that buff.
Well, that's okay. Buff is relative.
I've been trying to stand more.
Yeah.
Gotta be a stander.
I don't have that problem.
How's your back?
You know, it's bad, it's good, it's bad more of the time. It's got a slip disc, which for some reason I don't believe is the only problem, but what are you going to do? I'm not going back for another MRI.
You have a slip disc.
I'm a bulging disc.
Is that old people?
I don't know.
You're a grandmother?
I think also athletes have it, which I'm neither of those things. So
you're telling me there's no athletic grandmas with slip discs?
I don't have shoes on, so can you bleep out my feet? Can you just like...
For money, we'll give it to you.
For like put fuzzy pixel on them like you do over a something?
Yeah, if they're in frame, I'll make sure to zonk out your little...
No free feet.
Your tootsies.
No free feet, people.
Emphasis on free.
No free
Send
feet.
us some dollars and you can have this bitch's feet.
No, they're all right. Could be better, but they're all right.
I mean, what would you rate them?
6. They're not well kept. And I was wearing shoes to work that were too small for me, and my big toe was aching.
You got bunion rings now?
Well, I'm scared I'm going to get a hammer toe because my dad says that.
Oh my God, why is that a recurring thing on this fucking program? The hammer toes.
My dad is having podiatry issues right now.
Stop.
And I have all of my dad's ailments. So I know that if he has hammer toes and bunions now, I'm going to get a hammer toe and a bunion.
So the hammer toe and the bunion.
They're coming.
They've got their eye on you.
They do. This bunion's coming.
You have your future perspectives. You're not looking good because you got feet problems. You got back problems. What's next?
It's not too late to turn it around, though. You know, I could turn it around.
What do you have to do to turn it around?
Get better.
Doc?
I need to get better shoes. I need to go get nice shoes.
This is going to be a Shape-Ups family?
I'm scared to go to the Happy Feet store, though, because I'm scared they're going to tell me what size shoe I should be wearing, and I just can't commit to that large of a shoe.
Well, I think this goes back to the lying on your license thing. I think you just need to embrace who it is that you are and just let the world have you.
I've embraced it, but if I have to wear like a size 11.5 corrective shoe so my feet aren't fucked up, I'd rather just not know, you know?
It's going to make your feet worse.
I mean, we'll see. My dad did say that he had to get new shoes because I give him a lot of shit because he wears New Balances, as does every white dad.
That's the standard white dad shoe.
And he goes, the younger kids in my office were making fun of me for wearing New Balances because they said, of course I wear New Balances. What does that mean? I said, Dad, every white dad wears New Balance. Most of the white dads out there, or no, whatever, dads in general wear New Balances. He goes, well, I can't wear New Balances anymore. I'm going to get some corrective shoes. Those will probably be cooler. It was like, you're going to get much cooler corrective shoes from the podiatrist. Definitely.
I don't think there's a corrective shoe that's cool.
No, I said, that's going to be another unattractive shoe. But if it gets you out of those Jesus sandals you wear all the time, thank you.
But here's the thing.
Doc.
Sometimes corrective shoes are like ironically cool with younger people.
Yeah, because
like those fucking stupid chunky shoes. Dumb.
The Skechers that are popular now and those kinds of shoes, I can't. They're like the nerdy trainers. I can't get behind.
What
those.
is a nerdy trainer?
I don't know, like the Skechers, like the Sketcher type shoe that now like Balenciaga is making.
What's the other dad attire?
Levi jeans. Tommy Bahama, which my dad has all of. He only wears Levi jeans. He wears like polo, the polo t-shirt.
Yeah.
Levi jeans. The same. He buys one pair of jeans a year. And
that's what I'm going to be for Halloween.
And then New Balances.
I'm going to wear Tommy Bahama, some faded Levi's, and some New Balance, the white ones, the shitty ones.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to be for Halloween.
My dad?
Well, when you put it like that sounds bad.
My dad?
I'm not going to be your dad for Halloween.
He's pretty cute, but he has sinus issues, so you're going to have to plug up your nose.
Okay. We have learned so much about your lineage.
He's a sweet
just
man.
In the first 10 minutes of this program.
Yeah. I'll be my mom.
Too late.
Ouch. No, we all turn into our mother. It's true.
I don't turn into my mother.
No, you're not. It's coming.
I turned into my dad a little.
You are your dad. It's incredible.
A little bit, though.
I think the last time we left off, we were talking about we had some shows coming up, and we did those shows.
We did the shows.
We did good jobs.
You fucking...
Yeah, dude, I crushed. In my, it wasn't...
How many people? Because I think I said 4,000, and I think that was incredibly underselling it. And is that... I don't know. I undersold it. There was a lot of people there. There was a lot of people.
At one point, I heard 18,000, but I think it was actually around like 16,000 people. And by the end of their set, they were pretty packed out.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I think most of the people were already in by that time. But
that's kind of nuts.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Like a year ago, you like had no real live show experience, right?
I think we had just barely started talking about me doing this.
And then now you're running shows in front of 16,000 people. That's kind of a trip to think of how different your life can be in like 365 days.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's been really, I think I really needed it. I think I needed something to give me a break from the medical industry. And then, make me like excitedly nervous and scared. Because, I feel like I always read these motivational things on Instagram. Like, if it scares you, you should do it. And I was like, I'm going to fucking do it. And then I think my New Year's resolution last year was to do something that I'm afraid of. And I fucking didn't. Because I have no creative background. I have no tech background. I'm talking nothing.
You learned.
I'm talking
365 days. You hammered down.
PowerPoint was pretty much my.
To be fair, you couldn't even navigate word art.
No, couldn't. I'm using Excel at its most basic function. I really have no computer. I had to Google. You were gone my first time I was like practicing by myself. I had to Google search how to unzip a file.
Well, now you know.
Now I know.
Google's your friend.
Google,
and
YouTube.
Now you're running big shit.
YouTube.
And also, I will say, let this be a testament to everyone that is letting gear hold them back. Because you ran that show and one of the openers on like a GTX 1070 from like years ago. That graphics card is old. I'm pretty sure it's a 1070.
I have no idea what that means.
It's on 4090 now.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So that's like, don't let that be the reason you don't do it.
Yeah. Seriously. I mean, I was also very lucky to have you to be able to, that you needed a new computer so that I could get that and use your old one. So I didn't have to like invest a lot of money into this. I bought a couple things, but
I toured for like a year and a half with that thing.
I know I picked it up one of the first times, or, around the time I first started practicing, I picked it up and a screw fell out of the back. And you're like, oh yeah, they're missing a couple screws.
Shout out hand-me-down electronics, dog.
But it fucking works.
You cranked it.
I cranked it. She lasted. I sat in the same seat.
Did she drop any frames or was she chugging along?
She was chugging along. Only the ones that I normally drop that those certain visuals that I don't know why they drop like that, but I have it set up so that I have to go in and out of them really quick and click them instead of
they can just get a little bit and then click out.
Two of them can't go at the same time. But
you've adapted to running with like hand-me-down stuff because you could only run like one or two things at a time, and you got to kind of like X out of things and then like plan. It's a whole different type of planning. You're going to be unstoppable once you get like a decent computer with a beefy graphics card in it. Oh, you're going to be able to run layers on layers.
Yeah. I mean, and she had an additional 4 layers in there, and Resolume didn't even crash. But I will say I can't go from like deck to deck.
Yeah, that's one thing.
No, and the guy,
not good at.
The guy was like, "You can use whatever other content." I was like, "No, I can't. I cannot leave this certain thing.
I have to stay within
the
this
computer
realm.
will turn off." Yeah. So,
if you want any sort of show, guess what, brother? You're gonna get what I give you.
We're gonna repeat these clips, but that's okay.
I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself. I worked pretty hard on that. So
you've been doing the damn thing.
I sat in the same place for like 9 hours. So I was afraid if I moved.
That's why your back hurts.
The computer. Well, it hurt really bad after that. But
also, these camping chairs, you can't really notice in the video. They're kind of low pro, but these probably don't help.
I think
there's no lumbar support.
There's no lumbar support, and they're pretty small for our long legs.
I have support now.
Nice foot. New Orleans was good. You had a po' boy?
Listen, yeah, New Orleans was good, but it was one of those ones where you don't get to sleep.
Yeah,
and that's never good on your body.
Not good for your brain.
I got in. What did I say I was going to do last time? Get in, DoorDash food, nap, sound check, another food, show, airport. That's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
DoorDashed an authentic po' boy, did sound check, ran through everything 17 times because it was the first time running time code with this artist.
Time code worked.
Time code worked, baby.
Ooh, time code worked.
Time code worked.
You don't talk about time code until it's done working.
It's a don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah, no one talks about time code until time code tells you it's time to talk about time code.
It tells you when it's good.
It tells you when time code's ready.
It was good, though. Yeah, New Orleans, I have an iffy past with that town, but we redeemed ourselves.
Nausea.
There's something about that place that just
I'm chilly, dude.
There's just something about that place that it just gets you.
Gets you every time.
It just gets you every time.
You're not the only one that gets got there, so.
Yeah, I got home from New Orleans and I slept for like 20 to 25 hours straight, and then back to normal now. Back to podcast and home life.
Pizza was good.
What pizza?
Now you made me.
Yeah. Well, it was also probably like a year and a half old.
Still good. It was frozen. Trader Joe's, dude.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It was good.
That's one thing I wish they didn't put. I wish they didn't put expiration dates on things.
Why?
Because if it goes past the date, I physically cannot bring myself to eat it, even if it's good.
It wasn't past the date.
I'm saying in general.
Yeah, I know. Especially in stuff that doesn't actually expire.
Like
canned soup.
Yeah. Or like any dairy products, they already smell bad. If you would have put last year's date on it, it could have been right. I would have thrown it away.
Yeah.
They gotta really stop doing that.
I know.
It's probably illegal. You think it's legal?
What?
They gotta do it?
I think they do have to do it, but I think it is a big problem because a lot of food goes to waste. and people are like rebuying food, or they're
I think it's
throwing.
like a motivator, like eat this shit before it goes bad.
I think that, but I think they're also trying to cover their ass in case it does expire and people get sick. And they just don't want to deal with the legal problems of paying people's medical bills for eating expired cheese.
I would prefer it wasn't there.
Yeah.
I'll give it the old smell test. And if it's good, I'm going to eat it. I'm just going to stop looking.
There you go.
2023, I'm going to stop looking at expiration dates.
Yeah, like tortillas and bread is not, if it's in the fridge or something, it's not going to expire. You look at it, it has mold, then you toss it. But if it doesn't have mold, it doesn't expire.
But here's the thing. I've had it where I've just missed it. And then I'm eating tortillas or bread with purple spots on it. And then I go into convulsing.
It's hard for
and
you
then
to tell.
Die.
Yeah.
Well, not actually die. It's self-induced. It's psychosomatic. I'm probably fine if you eat a little bread mold. Doesn't bread mold get you high?
I don't know.
I'm fairly certain that bread mold is like psychedelic.
Well, isn't mold, don't they get LSD from a mold?
I have no idea.
Maybe that's penicillin. No, I think something like that is mold.
Is bread mold psychedelic? Oh, the ergot fungus.
Whoa.
Of course, the second thing on here is witches.
Yeah.
Witches are just bitches on psychedelics.
Hell yeah, they are. They're original healers, dude.
Healer. They didn't heal anything. What'd they heal?
Everything.
With what? Potions? Ianute?
Potions, herbs, psychedelics, spells.
To be honest, let's be honest with each other. Witches are just women who like to party in the forest, scantily clad.
Yeah, that's definitely part of it.
That's a loose interpretation of what a witch is.
That is one thing that a witch may partake in.
What other things do witches partake in?
Spells, moon magic, crystals. It depends on the kind of witch.
Have you cast any spells?
I try to cast some spells.
Do you?
Yeah.
What kind of spells?
Don't worry about it.
On me?
No. On, whatever.
Would you ever cast a spell on me?
Depends on what it is. Depends on what you do.
What do you mean what I do?
You're a jerk. You're going to hex. But no bad spells.
Have you put any bad spells out into the ocean?
No.
Ocean. Out into the open.
No.
Oh, you could also hex the ocean if you want.
Never Mother Nature. Maybe some jerks on the ocean.
So you've only done positive spells on people? Like trying to get people good luck and stuff?
Protection. Prosperity.
Whoa.
Helping them.
Why the fuck wouldn't you give me protection and prosperity?
I do.
So you have cast a spell on me.
Yeah, dude. I said don't worry about it.
I put a spell on you.
Yeah. Don't.
You probably put a love one on me.
No. I don't like to mess around too much with that stuff.
With love?
Just with spells that could alter the way that you feel. Because if I do it wrong and you fall out of love with me, and then I fucked up.
That's true.
It's hard to be a witch when you have that much anxiety. So.
Yeah, you're an anxiety witch. I wonder.
I'm a high anxiety witch, dude. I am so scared that I'll fuck it up to the point where I won't do it.
How that needs to be like we need to make that like a series it would be a hilarious sitcom.
Just a witch that's too afraid.
Just like a witch with that's high anxiety,
very unsure of herself.
And that, especially one that like has ADHD and like doesn't pay attention.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Did I add the sprig of oak?"
Oh.
Is that what?
No.
do witches use oak sprigs?
Not sprigs of oak, but
What do they use some type of sprig. Don't fucking lie to me. They use sprigs of something.
Yeah, like rosemary.
Oh.
I guess pine could be a sprig.
Oak. You don't use oak sprigs.
I mean, oak is kind of a leaf, like an oak tree.
Oh, Mrs. Specifics.
There's all sorts of stuff.
Did you come from the Pacific Ocean?
I just dabble.
But you don't use oak sprig.
No oak sprigs in my my bag of tricks.
But that would be a great show.
Yeah.
We should make that a not very attentive, anxious witch.
Yeah.
That tries to put hexes on people but forgets and creates spells that she doesn't know what they do.
Yeah, and then she's just too high anxiety to undo them.
There's undoing?
I mean, who knows?
What if you... See, why don't you spell me up. If it goes awry, spell me down.
Yeah, but what if I can't spell you down? What if I can't undo it? You know, it's the what ifs.
You couldn't undo it with that attitude. We need you to be on your game when you're doing spells.
I could just pay someone else to do the spells.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Online people?
Mm-hmm.
You find them and they spell you?
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that.
They don't really just spell you individually, but they can do like take something that you're like really worried about or like a family member or something, and they will do like group spells.
G spells.
Yeah. There's a lot of them.
You can hex a group?
They don't hex. They won't hex people. They only do good stuff. Like protection, like getting a new job, getting, paying off a bill, getting out of trouble.
You can put a spell on a bill?
You could do a money spell so that you have money coming your way. You're got to manifest that shit, dude.
So I got to put my own spell?
No.
You're supposed to look after me and You're supposed to look after me and give
I
me
did that. Ooh, jumbled words.
You gave me a stuttering spell?
Yes.
That's pretty rude. I want the money spell. I would also like the wellness spell. I would like to be able to run more than 2 miles spell. Is that a spell?
No, you got to do that shit on your own.
I would like to have a anti-anxiety spell. Is that a thing? Or is that just Xanax?
Haven't figured that one out yet.
Boil, toil, and trouble.
There's a lot of herbs and stuff that you can use.
May your money and your Xanax double.
Whoa.
That's a good spell.
That was a good
one.
I'm
what's a guy wizard? Or a guy witch?
I think you would still be called a witch. A warlock.
That's the hardest name of all time.
But there's male witches that just go by a witch.
Warlock, dude.
No.
Sonic you in there. Men go by witch?
Yeah.
Is there like a masculine and a feminine? Jesus Christ.
There is a feminine one. It's just witch.
I knew you were going to repeat it. Is there a masculine type? Like, is it witch-a and witch-o?
No, I don't do Wicca.
What's a good thing? Because then I would get murdered by you.
I don't want to murder anyone. I just like doing my own little things, my own little spells. I like to read a lot about witchcraft.
Okay.
I like to read about how you can just like make yourself feel better by practicing witchcraft. A lot of meditation.
Made a potion?
Yeah.
Have you consumed said potion?
No.
Did you put dry ice in it? I feel like that's a prerequisite. It's got to be bubbling.
No.
Do you have a cauldron?
I do. It's more of a burn bowl. I usually just burn things in it.
That's not the only bowl that you burn.
Fire is cleansing. So is my weed.
Just allow it to happen.
You brought that on yourself.
You didn't need to go where you went.
Well,
you didn't need to go where you went.
I went there.
You did go there.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you like witchcraft and bats, including your shirt.
Freaking love bats.
It keeps you occupied.
It does.
Because when your brain runs wild, you never know what you're going to get into.
It's true. It's true. And I think
you get into wacky shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, what else would I get into?
That's
nothing but trouble.
See, everything has to be trouble, bubble, toil, bubble.
I listened to another podcast from Huberman. What's his first name?
Andrew
Huberman. About ADHD.
Your secret
science daddy? Yeah. Are you serious?
You have dubbed Andrew Huberman Science Daddy.
Oh my God.
There's got to be there's got to be like a section of people that think exactly like you do.
I mean,
especially with the tattoos out.
I just love the way
you're dropping that thing for him.
That he also talks on his podcast, because he's also he covers all his bases to protect himself, but also other people.
He does.
And I love that, because like he'll make a comment, and then if it's like a joke or he's not being serious or something like this, like he will make it very clear exactly what he means by saying whatever.
A joke. Do not do that.
And he's just so good, and he's very inclusive and like how he talks, and I don't know, I really love it. And I'm listening to one about ADHD, and
you getting some good info?
Boy, I think it's, I don't really know that much about the characteristics, like the classic characteristics, other than like can't focus, you're kind of hyper.
He gets into the nitty gritty, like deep shit on all the topics he covers.
It's he was talking about how people with ADHD consume a higher amount of sugar and a higher amount of caffeine. And they may have a higher, like their drug seeking patterns are, like they look for things that cause dopamine, because when you have ADHD, you have really low levels of dopamine that would cause you to be like motivated and like be able to focus on a task and complete it.
That's you. You've described yourself.
Yeah. So like things like sugar, caffeine, smoking, like finding other things that like people get addicted to. It's really interesting, and I just kind of have been laughing the whole time because I'm like, oh fuck, are we all like this? There's
just an army of yous out there in the world.
Oh my god,
sucking down like chocolate bars, smoking cigarettes.
Oh my god, yeah. And he was talking about like the high amounts of caffeine that you can intake and like just feel like normal, but that'll make you
that needs to be addressed by a doctor.
Yes, ADHD.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking the fact that you in particular can drink 500 milligrams of caffeine and then take a nap right after.
Yeah, I get tired sometimes. It depends on how much sun's outside. I get sleepy. If I'm just cozy on a couch and I've had that much coffee, out.
It's insane to me. If I have 40 milligrams, I am up for 48 hours.
Oh. I think that my max that I can take was like 6 shots of espresso, and I think that was like, okay, that's too much coffee for me.
I think I realized you had a problem when I would go down and get you a coffee when we lived downtown. And I would get you like the largest size, and I would ask for like 1 or 2 extra shots, and they would look at me like it already comes with like 4 or 5.
Comes with 4, and I get an extra one. They're like, so 5? I'm like, yeah, like 5. I know what I'm about, son.
Oh my god.
Load me up.
When the barista looks at you like you have a problem, then you know it's time to scale it back just a teensy bit.
Well, I don't do the 6 shots of espresso at one time anymore. I max it out at 5.
Oh.
And for like when I go to Starbucks, it's a quad shot.
That's too much caffeine.
It's not that much.
What do normal people drink in a day?
I don't care.
That's too much.
I don't care what they
Huberman
do.
would say that that's too much.
I don't know. He didn't cover that yet.
Huberman's going to say that that's too much.
Let me have my dopamine, dude.
Science Daddy is going to tell you to back off of the caffeine, dog.
I love stimulants.
I'm just...
I love them. But
I'm definitely going to just cut that and put that on loop on the socials.
Stimulate me, please. I want to complete one task today, and I need something in my body to make me do that task.
Yeah.
Even if it's something that I want to do sometimes. I have to I want to do this thing, but my body's saying, nah, fuck that thing.
Yeah.
So I have to load myself up on caffeine and
do they do it?
etc.
You should do caffeine XRs. Do they have XR caffeine?
I don't need that.
That would be dope. Then you could be zonked all day.
I already have that. I stay zonked. It's legal. I'm allowed to do it.
It's legal. The prescription is valid.
It's valid.
You're good to go on that front.
But yeah, he was talking about how a lot of kids can grow out of it.
Grow out of ADHD?
It's like a transient thing where they have it and then they can grow out of it. Or it could be adult onset, and how a lot of like our habits now can be causing ADHD, like staring at a phone, working from home, staring at a computer all day. It can be messing with the dopamine.
Well, because everything is stimulus.
Yeah.
Everything is like screen, blue light. Keeps you on. It's hard to focus on one thing because there's another thing that provides the exact same thing when that gets boring.
And I think that it's funny too, because I have to, I do this with a lot of my podcasts that I listen to. I have to rewind because I'll like, I don't know, 5 minutes will go by and I wasn't paying attention. And then I'll have to rewind and go back. And I can only listen to like a little bit at a time because I will completely lose focus. It took me like 3 days to listen to the OCD one.
Yeah. So one of my goals this year was to read 5 books. And I could have checked the 5 marker after reading 1 book because I do the exact same thing with reading.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, books.
I go through like, I'll go through a page and be like, what did I just read?
Yeah.
And I'll go back and read it 2 or 3 more times and just like piece it out.
Yeah.
I have to like, I can only read maybe like 5 pages at a time because I have to process it. It's weird. I either am that or I am so dead focused that I will read an entire night and be fine.
Yeah. I'm not usually the entire night. The longest I've ever read and like the most I've ever like tackled a book was at a jury duty. And I think they didn't pick me because I think I was reading a book about witchcraft, and then I had a shirt that said "Witches Against White Supremacy."
And they were like, "Yeah, they didn't pick you."
She sounds biased.
She sounds like she has a little bit of
Because
bias.
what if that was a racist person? I'd be like, lock them the fuck up. Goodbye.
True.
See you later.
True.
Which they should be anyway.
You know what's weird? I have never gotten jury duty.
That's not fair. It's not fair.
They don't want me on a panel.
I think they do.
I'm locking everybody up. Watch, now that I put it out into the world, I'm going to get an envelope in the mail.
Everyone does. You're a registered voter.
What is it? The green paper?
Something.
Is it green?
I think it says jury duty on the outside of it. But I think we just moved too much and it just goes to random addresses. And
Probably.
It's not certified mail, so they can't, you never know if it's actually delivered or not. I also know people that have ignored their notices their entire life.
Really?
And they've never gone to jury duty ever.
I think I know someone too, and I won't say their name. Although if you listen to this, you know who you are. You need to go to jury duty. But yeah, you can just ignore them. And I don't want to do that. I want a civic duty.
It's pretty boring. I mean,
Jail.
you just sit there and...
I'm going to be like Fred Armisen in that bitch. White t-shirt, straight to jail.
Straight to jail. Undercooked chicken? Jail.
Those pants, those shoes? Jail.
Jail.
Believe it or not, slick back hair? Jail.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to jail. Based solely on their appearance? What the fuck is wrong with me? That's why they wouldn't want me on that panel. It's because I just judged someone's outfit.
Yeah.
Straight to jail.
Well, they didn't even call anyone back. I guess the case had to get rescheduled, which is a bummer, but for the person whose case it was. But
Well, I feel like that happens a lot.
it does happen a lot. Things get rescheduled.
They're always rescheduling shit.
And my civic duty was done. And the judge there's like a guy that comes up and like tells you about how this is your duty and you owe the government. I was like, what? I don't fucking owe them shit. I don't owe them anything. What do I owe them? I pay them. I pay your salary right now.
I don't want to sound ignorant, but like, what do we get from the government?
I mean, we get roads.
Protection.
Yeah, we get the military. We have roads.
That's true.
We have water, running water, and
Well, not the roads. We spoke on this
like
last time.
municipal services and stuff. But like,
Is there a municipal pool around us?
yeah,
Dog, we got to go get in that government water and start hitting laps.
technically all water is government water, right?
No. There's open water out in the ocean. Remember what
That's
they were
true.
saying? You got to go out and do deals out in the open ocean?
Yeah.
That's international water. Nobody's water. It's no man's land. You could lop someone's pinky off and not get caught.
I guess I'm talking more about the water that like we drink and that comes through the pipes
Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah.
because they got to treat it. It got doo-doo in it. And
See, I just don't think everything is government.
yeah.
Everything. You say there's doo-doo in it?
There's doo-doo in the water, baby. It's doo-doo. It's doo-doo, baby.
There's doo-doo in the water, baby.
It's true,
You just
dude.
became like a southern grandmother.
It's doo-doo, baby.
There's doo-doo in the water, baby.
Yeah, there's doo-doo everywhere. I mean,
There's not doo-doo everywhere.
kind of.
No, there's
It
not.
goes into the ocean.
There's not doo-doo on our food.
We don't know.
Is there doo-doo? There's probably doo-doo.
A little bit.
Yeah. Everything doesn't have doo-doo.
Might.
But you don't know.
We don't know.
The government really does like run everything, huh?
Pretty much. I mean,
Electricity, is that SDG&E? Do they?
I think that's a private company, right?
Could I start a business where I'm dealing electricity?
No.
Why?
I'm sure SDG&E is like a fucking mafia, and you try to come in there advertise. I mean, you would. There's no way you'd be able to take that over.
Nah, son. Here's what we're doing. I'm starting my own shit. TPG&E. We're going in there. I'm gonna have like motherfuckers pedaling bikes, creating electricity for people. We're gonna do unconventional electricity treatments, right? We're gonna do like, hey, come down, do some jumping jacks, electricity, swimming, jacks.
You could like charge a phone for maybe 5 minutes.
It's more than you had before.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
It's going to be BYO electricity.
Bring your own
Electricity. Meaning you got to come down there, put in a day's work, you get lights. Come down there, pedal a bike.
How long do you get the lights for?
It'll be like a commune. You do your little part, you get like a week's worth of electricity.
To power everything in their house?
Well, if you think about it, let's schedule out. If we do 1/7 of the population of where we live, 1/7, everyone has a day.
Okay.
And we'll rotate days. You come down, do your shit. That'll power a lot of stuff, I think. Now, I don't know.
SDG&E is not scared of you.
They're not scared of me.
You ain't
Honestly,
shit.
they would laugh at me. They would
No.
come to my doorstep. They wouldn't come and do their shift.
No.
And that makes me sad.
No.
Because all I'm trying to do is have an inclusive society where everyone does their part. All I'm asking for is a little bit of community.
You want to start a commune?
Know your neighbor.
Do you know our neighbors?
We know the upstairs joints.
Hardly.
You guys bonded.
We did bond.
You guys are bond.
We're
you guys are
friends.
bonded. You guys are friends now.
Yeah. Their dog.
Also, I saw them bringing up kava today. Do you think they hear us talking about how much that you love it? Or do you think they listen to the other podcast where you proclaimed your love for fast casual dining experience that is known as kava?
I want to say they probably hear me talking about kava.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just already knew about kava.
Kava, if you're listening,
We love you.
we love you.
Even without the PETA last time.
Honestly, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I saw a cool AI thing. Heart transition.
Fuck it. This is I realized today, I don't mean to derail you. Who cares? We're doing it for us anyways.
Thank you.
Who cares? Heart transition.
I said that.
I don't give a damn.
Thank you.
You planted that seed and I was doing it for other people and like what would be good. I got to make sure everything's the best. I don't care. Loosey goosey. Don't care. Heart transition. AI.
I think that's when you stop enjoying things that you like to do in the first place, is when you start doing them for other people.
It was stressful. I think that's a big part of why I've been so like anxious as of recent. It's because I feel like I have to cater to something.
No.
And I don't need to do that. Even as we're talking about it now, I'm feeling the pit lift from my stomach. Great.
Good lift.
Good lift.
Yeah, let it go.
I'm lifting, baby.
Fuck 'em.
It also could be gas, but I don't know.
Yeah, you did have an omelet.
I'm going to take you to secret breakfast this weekend.
We gotta go.
Secret breakfast. Anyways, continue.
I heard about this cool AI thing. I think it's called like Sybil.
Sybil.
Sybill, something like that.
Sybil engineer.
And it's a
Keep talking.
cancer thing where they're doing screenings for lung cancer, and the AI looks at like a CT scan or MRI or whatever, and they're able to see lung cancer cells before they're progressed that scientists can't see yet, like 1 to 2 years before it gets bad.
So they can like suss it out long before it's even cancerous.
They can suss it out, meaning they can find it.
Is that a saying? Did I just make that up? I think suss it out.
Suss it out is
I think that's a saying. Don't derail this.
discover it.
Okay, you're not going to do this. No.
They find
No.
it, they suspect it out, but they are able to light it up with the AI in the...
Light it up.
Yeah, it lights up on the imaging.
Oh, word.
And the AI can recognize that the cells are mutating or whatever. And the scientists can't even, like, they don't even understand how that science works yet, really.
Listen, you know what? AI may be taking everyone's job, But at the end of the day, when the food source is all gone and you're forced to eat chemicals that give you cancer, at least AI will be able to suss it out and get you right.
Sussing it out to find it.
All right. No, we're not doing that.
They are the suspect?
So can it do other diseases too? No. What am I going to have to do
I have
now?
a booger on my shin.
I'm going to have to blur out the whole shit.
There's a crunchy booger on me.
You got hairy feet right now. We're not going to want those. Oh, no, that's a pattern.
It's from my sock.
That's an illusion.
Also, people could be into that. Not for free, though. I think they are only doing lung cancer right now.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, but I think, if they figure it out for lung cancer, they might be able to figure it out for...
Can AI figure out what's wrong with me?
No.
Feed it
because there's nothing wrong with you.
Okay, listen, you don't know that. Also, feed it a little piece of my blood cells and be like, AI, overlord, help me.
Help me.
Help me, Tom Cruise. Help me, Oprah.
Do you think Tom Cruise believes in AI?
I don't know what Tom Cruise believes in. And I don't know what Scientologists believe in.
He believes in himself.
And
I'll
I
tell you
haven't
that.
done too much deep diving because I'm fairly certain that they're all out of their fucking mind.
I want to go to that thing downtown.
Baseball game?
No, the Scientology museum.
Shrek on Ice.
Is it a museum? I think it's their church.
It's a church. They have these fancy ass buildings everywhere.
Yeah, because they're rich. They got Tom Cruise on board.
I'm sure they have a lot more than Tom Cruise.
Probably.
I think I heard somewhere that he's going to become the president of Scientologists.
I believe it.
So.
Good for Tom Cruise, whatever.
I mean, he's been pretty successful.
Yeah, Maverick.
Do they guarantee success if you're a Scientologist?
I don't know. I have no idea.
What do they believe in? What is their Bible?
I don't think it's anything science-based, that's for sure. I don't know if there's a Jesus.
Scientology Bible. It just said, don't worry about it, Trevor. Tom Cruise is in my phone.
Tom Cruise doesn't want you in its church.
Do Scientologists recruit? Do they try to get people, or they're just like good on their own?
They recruit.
Do they have door-to-door joints?
I think they probably do. Not so much as like the Mormon kids.
I miss that. When we lived up in San Marcos and we had a house, I missed them coming around.
I don't.
I'd like chatting them because I'm very opposite end of the spectrum as far as like their beliefs go.
Mm.
And I just like to hear where they're coming from and just see how deep they are.
Oh, I mean, they're deep.
They're deep.
Because they're on a missionary for 2 years, I think it is. They get sent away to a random place.
How random?
So a lot of people go to like South America and like all over the world. They send these like super young people right out of high school, and then they go to college. That's what like the kids that we went to high school with, and like
What if you get like somewhere bad?
It's just the men. The women don't do it.
What do the women get to do?
I think they go to college, or that's why they get married so young, so they can have kids. They get married and they have kids like right off the bat.
They really spit them out.
Oh yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
By our age, Mormons would have like 6 kids.
Yeah, I mean,
if not more.
I think I know a girl that went to high school with us. They got married like right out of high school so they could have sex, and then they don't believe in birth control, so
oh my god.
If she started
when they're taught, the reason they're called what they're called is because when the topic of kids comes up, they're like, more, man.
No more.
Hey, how many kids should we have?
Nope.
More, man.
Nope. No.
Laugh at my jokes.
I listened to some interesting podcasts about Mormonism.
Okay. Wait. Are you listening to religious podcasts?
No, it was actually just a podcast covering a massacre that happened.
Oh, something light.
That the
just a little light listening.
Mormon church brushed under the rug until recently.
Isn't there a documentary on that? Didn't we watch it?
That was
something like that.
That's more like the polygamy side. This is like something that happened in like the 1800s.
Okay, here's a scenario. Hear me out.
Okay.
I present to you, I would like to be Mormon. I want 17 wives. Thoughts?
I don't think they want you, and you have to have kids with those wives.
You have to have them?
Yeah.
But if I have 17 wives, that's like a whole thing. They can take care of them while I'm off crunching numbers and plowing the oats.
I don't think they plow oats.
Sealing the envelopes.
I don't think
Businessman.
they have envelopes.
Mormons love envelopes. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, they love to mail stuff.
They're a mailing group. They
Yeah.
don't believe. No, I'm thinking of Amish. They don't use the phones.
Mormons use phones.
Mormons use
Yeah.
phones. Do you think you could be Amish?
No.
But what if that's all you ever? I guess if that's all you ever knew, obviously you could be Amish. You don't know everything. Okay, here's a scenario. Another scenario for you, real quick.
Okay.
You're Amish.
Okay.
Born and raised. You get to go on your
Rumspringa.
Yeah. What are you doing? Where are you going? What do you like? What's the plan?
I'm letting these titties loose out of my fucking bonnet and my corset and my.
They don't wear titty bonnets.
Well, I'm letting my bonnet off and I'm
Do
taking
you
my
think they
titties
have just like a
out.
single bonnet over each titty?
Well, they have like all the fucking garb they gotta wear in the
Yeah.
prairie or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends if I'm the same person that I am now. Because if I'm like me, but an Amish person, born and raised, I'm going to a strip club for sure.
First thing you're doing.
First thing is strip club,
Gotcha.
bar.
Honestly, you probably get being on your little Amish sabbatical. You probably get so much attention, so much free drinks, so many women throwing themselves at you. Because it's like you get. I don't know how long the Amish get to do that.
I think it's like a week or a weekend or something, right?
My understanding, at least what I think I know, is that it's open ended. Some people take a week, some people take years.
Whoa.
And then they come back and then get back to work.
That's pretty crazy.
But like, man, think about that. Like, you got your fucking chin strap beard, you got your top hat, you roll into Pacers.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
Those women are going to drop it incredibly low.
Where do you get
for
money
you.
though? I didn't think about the money. Do they don't really have like
How
a
do
cash
Amish people? They probably sell their oats.
system. I think they have more than oats.
They churn butter.
yeah,
They sell their butter.
probably have good butter.
Oh, I would argue probably the best butter.
Yeah, they don't really have a high electricity bill, so
What does that have to do with anything?
they save money.
Do they pay rent?
Not sure. They pay.
They got to use a phone. There's
Mm.
no way they cannot use a
They
phone.
may use a phone. But you know,
In today's day and age, you're telling me you don't have mobile banking?
they might not.
You tell me you don't play wordscapes?
I don't think they play
You
words
sit in the
game.
dark with a lard candle?
They might.
That's boring.
Well, they have,
But I guess if that's all you ever know, that's what you like.
they like play with sticks and
Look
at my hoop. Look at my hoop,
I
Leslie.
like how we both hit that at the same time.
Yeah, that was very Amish. I think that that's probably what Amish people do is play with the hoop,
Hoop ball.
ride their donkeys.
Why wouldn't they use horses?
They can have horses too.
I would like to roll around in a horse-drawn buggy.
I wouldn't.
Also, question, another one. I would like to know if they... Do you think they would kick me out because I can't grow a chin-strap beard?
Yes.
Damn.
You're feeble to them, probably.
I'm weak.
You have
I
no-
wouldn't last a single day.
You have no body
in the
hair.
farm.
You have no facial hair.
They wouldn't like that.
No, you're too slick.
What are you, fucking Matthew
I
McConaughey?
don't know.
Listen here, Slick.
No facial hair.
Yeah, I don't think they would. They wouldn't accept me into their whatever they're called, congregation,
Group.
sect, group, cult.
House. It's not a cult.
Do they sacrifice?
I don't think so.
They sacrifice a good life.
They don't want it.
True.
They,
And who's to say our life is better than theirs?
yeah, I'm pretty stressed out all the time.
How long do you think you could do it realistically?
Listen, I think I didn't have my phone for 4 hours the other day because it was getting fixed. And it's not that I was like thinking about Instagram or like bored of like not being able to
You
do
feel
stuff.
unconnected.
I feel paranoid that every single separate person in my life is having like their lives crumbling. They need me.
Everyone is having a
I
disaster
am
at that
unreachable.
moment.
I am unreachable.
You are also unreasonable.
People can't find me. They can't find my phone. Something bad is happening to every person separately. I don't know what's going on, so I just internally panic. So I don't think I would be able to, if I couldn't get like at least daily updates on everybody's
How about this?
status.
What if every day you got a little update about your fam?
I think I could do, I mean, if I had stuff to keep me busy.
Churning butter. Milking goats.
I could milk some goats. I don't know, maybe a week.
I don't think you could do it.
I think I'd get really bored.
I don't think you like to wear that much clothing.
I don't think I'd like to wear that much clothing. And I don't like when people tell me what to do for that long. And they're like, oh, you can't do this. And then the answer is because I'm a woman. I think that that would really irritate me.
Yeah, there's an antiquated view on what your role is in society.
Yeah. So I'm not really a baby maker. So that's in a lot of...
You're a dinner maker, though.
Yeah, I make dinner.
You make dinner.
It's not very good, but...
You could probably make soap.
I could make soap.
What would be your contribution? Because you're not going to be farming. Those weak arms would not be...
No, I would farm. No. I would want to farm.
You would want to farm, but they'd be like, we need to get this shit out of here now to get some money for rent. We can't let fucking old weak arms over there do it.
I would farm. I don't think they would want me on butter duty. I think the soap would be fucked up. I don't have any consistency in what I do. So if I'm making something, it's going to be different each time. And they don't like that. I'd assume. I don't actually know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that they would be like, fine, get this bitch out in the dirt.
I think I could last a pretty long time. I look good in a white button-up and suspenders.
I don't think that you could last long because I think that they would be telling you what to do. And I think you'd be like, nah, fuck you.
You know what I would do? I would start my own Amish across the road where we did like cool Amish shit. Don't know what that is yet, but we would do cooler stuff than what you guys did on the other side of the road. But luckily, we don't have to do that, and we don't have Amish where we are, so they're not knocking on our door trying to recruit. They also don't recruit.
There were some church ladies walking around not that long ago.
Not Amish, though.
No, just regular.
Oh, yeah, they swarmed our apartment complex.
Yeah, don't come in here.
Yeah, and they were walking in and out of the gate. I had to shut the gate on them. Yeah. I'm not ready to let the Lord into my life.
No, we don't have time.
We don't have time.
We don't need all that.
I don't want them to come close. The Mormons are cool because they're young kids. They like to bullshit. But like the old ladies, they like to tell you that you're going to die soon. And if you don't accept the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, then you are going to HE double hockey sticks.
Yeah, they're pretty aggressive with their message, but they look like they're going to be nice, but
they're never nice.
Emily just hung a flying demon outside of her front door and left it up. It was for Halloween, but she left it up a little extra long because there was church ladies walking around. And
that's one way to scare them off. Just get a pentagram and put it up there too.
Yeah, they stopped coming around, so I would.
That's what we should do. We should get a welcome mat that's just a pentagram.
I mean, maybe they saw my witch stuff in here and they were like, I'm not going in there. She can't be saved.
She don't want to be saved. Don't save her.
Don't save me.
Shout out J. Cole.
Shout out J. Cole. He wasn't wrong.
That's what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Since we like to talk about women's issues, I would like to get your take on something.
Oh.
I heard something the other day. Well, I've heard it a lot, and it kind of makes me angry.
Oh.
When couples say we are pregnant, do you think that takes away from like the work that women do being pregnant?
No. I mean, I think that, because getting pregnant.
It takes a little bit of the shine off of you, I feel like.
Yeah, but.
Or not you in particular, that you better not be.
But I think that sometimes people are that are really trying to have kids. I think that if they say that, we're finally pregnant, it's, they feel like there was, it's an effort from both people. It's not always just the female that has a hard time getting pregnant. Could be the man could have a hard time getting them pregnant or just their timing, So I feel like when people are really excited and they both say, they say that we're pregnant.
Yeah.
I don't think it takes away from anything, but I don't know.
Do you think it's annoying?
Listen, I am not someone that's ever been pregnant, and I can't say a lot about things that, pregnant people have experienced, but sometimes when, that we're pregnant, And then that's all you hear about. And I know it's exciting, and that makes me seem like a dickhead for being annoyed by hearing, but
Where do you fall on the gender reveal party?
it depends on how big you're going. Because if you're going like burning down an entire forest, gender reveal party, I think that people take it way too fucking far. I think that like having like a reason like to have a family get together and then celebrating whatever gender the kid is, fine. But I also think that, you know, people take it too fucking far. Who gives a fuck if you're having a girl? Nobody cares. Because you got a box of balloons from Party City and they're floating up into the air to kill the planet.
Dude, I saw someone down by the harbor, like, I think it was like it was during COVID when I was like biking a lot down there. And they jumped on, they set up an iPad.
I think I remember that Zoom. At the park.
Yeah. And then they popped a balloon and just let the confetti fly.
Yeah.
In public.
Yeah.
People lose all their fucking decency and like you just forgot that dumping a bunch of glitter in the middle of a park is littering.
I just think that people in the gender reveal, I think it's stupid. I mean,
it's the dumbest shit of all time.
I've gone to a lot of gender reveal parties that it was basically just like you will, you know, like they'll cut a cake or something and it'll be the color of the cake.
That I don't mind.
Yeah, like something small, but it's not going to take like...
But if you let balloons into the air...
It's not going to take 45 minutes, an entire species getting taken out to prove what fucking baby you're having.
Yeah.
And it's like, who cares? You're going to be miserable in 6 months anyway.
I really liked the gender reveal that did.
Oh, that was good. The video.
Yeah, he just like animated it, and it was just like.
Okay, well, not everyone is. That was really cool.
That was cool, and guess what? I mean, it probably took some work on the back end. No littering, no wasting time, no dumb. It's to the point. It was a nice little 2-minute long video.
How do you feel about co-ed baby showers?
Well, to be fair, I don't like to go many places.
Yeah.
So as far as co-ed goes. I don't care.
I love co-ed baby showers.
I can't stand baby shower games. And I think
you're good at them.
I'm incredible at them, but because I'm so fucking neurotic. Like when you can't say baby, I cranked at that one.
To be fair, you also did not speak to people.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm good at it. I'm in my head, dog. You're not going to get me. You're not better than me. Competitive and neurotic, I'm acing you. And I will rub it in your face when you're done.
My dad doesn't understand why millennials do co-ed baby showers. He's like, it's so dumb. I've been invited to so many baby showers. So I was like, Dad, this isn't 1956 anymore. Women don't need an excuse to get together to complain anymore.
Well, it's become more of a party now
than
it used to be. It used to be like talking about pregnancy and like doing baby gifts and stuff. But now it's like an excuse for people to drink.
Also, I feel like fathers, I don't know, millennial dads are a lot more involved than like... I don't know, maybe my generation.
Trauma.
Dads. I feel like,
Tell your children not to come my way.
We hold dads to the same standards as, but moms, however involved moms are. Like your brother and my brother are super involved. They do a lot of stuff that my mom was like, your dad never did that. Not because, my dad didn't love me, just because my dad.
Things are different now.
Yeah, it was just different. But, I love a co-ed baby shower because especially now, I'm one of my few friends that has not had kids. And even
You're just in the corner with sunglasses on, shotgunning beers.
And usually it's fine, but a lot of the time then it gets into like mom talk, and I totally respect their, right to complain or celebrate or do whatever about motherhood, because that shit is fucking hard.
Yeah, dog.
But a lot of the times I just sit there and then everyone's like kind of going around in a circle and talking about like where they're at after having a baby or being pregnant. I'm just like, I'm sorry, I'm high right now. I'm neither of those things and I'm fine. I also get a lot of questions about having babies.
Honestly, I hate that. I cannot stand it. If you are a family member of either of ours, just expect the foreseeable future to be baby free.
I think they know.
They know by now, but like the past, we've been together, 10 years now?
9.
Can you just go with stuff? Do you always have to correct?
I want to party at a decade.
Oh, I guess that's true. So we've been together for 9 months, 9 years, 3 ounces, baby.
He's okay. He's okay. He's okay. Come on back. Come on back. Bring it back in. Come on, chickie. Come on, chickie. Yeah, dude, I think our families have not, I don't want to say they've given up because that sounds depressing, but I think that they are understanding more of where we come from.
Yeah.
And they've given up, basically.
They've given up, and I thank God.
Yeah, but
whoever.
You know, I think that's, you know, that's the thing I hate the most about going to baby showers where it's just women is, I get the, when are you having kids? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
This uterus ain't for babying. It's just, you know, just because I got the parts doesn't mean I need to use them. It's like an old rusty submarine. What are you going to do? Bring it out? No, you just let it.
Rusty submarine sounds like a sex act.
Rusty submarine. Yeah, well.
What would that be? Have you heard that?
Metal dildo. Metal.
Tetanus, baby.
Dildo.
Tetanus.
Not cleaned in a couple months or something.
Okay, good.
Rusty submarine.
Yeah, well, that's not good.
Don't put a rusty submarine in your butthole. You'll never get it back out.
Why does it have to be in your butthole?
It's like a vacuum. It's not, you can't pull that, you know, back out.
This whole section is
Why am I thinking of when I close my eyes the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award blimp, but rusty and going in somebody's butt? You can see it, but it's just silver.
It's like if you left a Kids' Choice Award outside for like 2
Oh my God,
months.
did you know that Drake Bell is missing? I read
He's a predator.
I read a news title that says disgraced Nickelodeon star Drake Bell, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, he's a predator.
We got a couple disgraced Nickelodeon stars.
I am, I'm surprised at the way you would have thought it would have been the other way around.
What?
That Josh would have gone off the deep end and Drake would have been.
Why? Drake was the hot one.
Well, I mean, John Stamos.
What's wrong with him?
He's a hot one and he's fine.
Yeah, he's perfect.
Okay, so.
But Drake Bell had an ego. John Stamos knew he was hot, but he was cool about it.
What about Rob Lowe?
He got better. He wasn't a predator though. You're either a predator or you're not.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I guess so.
Drake Bell wanted to be a creepo, and he was hot, so he thought he can get away with it.
You can't get away with it. Not in our country.
Well, actually, that's not true.
We're against that.
Arguably, they get away with it every day.
All right. Well, you need to. Do you want to tell people something?
A PSA, you mean? Let's see. What's my PSA?
It'll be LSA, Laura Service Announcement.
Laura Service Announcement. I heretofore.
And make it fast. You have to talk fast.
Announce that my PSA for today is that I want everybody to make sure that you go get your tires checked. Get your tires checked. The weather's changing. The hot and the cold fluctuates the air in your tires. We got potholes. Go get them checked. Make sure you don't get a flat on the freeway. Go get your oil changed. It's probably been a while. Get those tires rotated. Get some freshies. It's hot. Switch your fucking fluids out or something. I don't know. My car smells.
I didn't know that this was going to take a mechanic turn towards the end, but I'm all here for it. Get your tires checked.
Well, normally I talk about vaginas and going to go get pap smears, but do like a pap smear.
This is a nice, you got to switch it up. This is true. You got to switch it up. Yeah. This is good. Go get your tires checked, pump them up, carry a air compressor in your car because I've been boned. And also make sure you have a jack and a spare tire. And
make sure your spare tire is inflated.
Or else you have to use a bike pump.
Wah, wah. And your nice boyfriend will pump it up with his strong arms. He's super strong. He's so helpful.
Don't even try it or else I'll get you. Oh my
gosh, so nice. He's so...
It's very condescending when you say that.
No, I mean it. You were very helpful.
You don't mean it.
I do.
You don't mean it.
Cried all the way to the tire shop.
Anyways, this has been Coop Therapy. Roll the fucking music.